Kingdom Red Alert, kind of like Earthrise Sunstreaker and the Siege Countach before him, came with no spoiler or in really anything. He did come with a light bar, but I found it was too wide. And as discussed in my review, while I get it's a toy, if you think about it, the door hitting the light bar is a thing that could happen. So I made a few different upgrades, first of which being a light bar. This was in help with cluttered desk, and it just slots in the top. It fits right between the door frames as the original G1 did, and in theory, if you look at the doors opening, they're not going to collide with it, and it looks G1 to boot. So there's one thing. However, the more important thing that everyone seemed more concerned about, because I'm sure the light bar isn't on everyone's mind, is a spoiler pieces. However, there are no real areas for this to kind of plug into, and they gotta fall off. But that's okay, because we got these triangle ports back here. And that will lead way for these pieces. These are pieces I modeled in Blender to be 3D printed. They form to the contour of the back thing, and they plug into these triangle ports. So you get these, they're not really that all intrusive. They do add a little bit of height, but you can see the post they add to it. And these spoiler bits will then peg onto the post. Like so, with slight tabs to help with locking, though my tolerance issues means they kind of fall around freely, but I've fixed that in the model. So you get a spoiler for the Earthrise Lamborghinis. They also feature, as you saw from the post and the whole locking thing, is they can swivel out and around and just kind of rest there so that you can, and you still get your leg articulation with the spoilers there. So that was the package. However, one thing that some people have noted is the lack of radiator scoops that were apparent on the Countach, where the air would come in here and cool the engine off and whatnot. So I did make a different version that includes the radiator scoops, and they plug in the same way. These feature the exact same posts, so you print one set of spoilers and you can interchange whether or not you want the ram scoops. Unfortunately, there's no way to make something like this available for Sunstreakers, so me personally, I'm going to leave these radiator scoops off, but if you're the kind of person that wants it to look as close to the Countach as possible, especially more so nowadays with the announcement that Lamborghini's apparently bringing back that thing, then you can absolutely look into applying the radiator scoops, or you can just go with the natural ones. And of course, whenever it releases, it will be function or compatible with the Sideswipe release too. So if you're able to print and paint these in red, you can get those too. So yeah, light bar, spoiler, ram scoops, whole package. You can find that on my Cults 3D page, where you can download your own and print those. Or if you don't have a printer, or you don't know anyone that does, because I highly recommend you get the file and take it to someone that does know how to print these, you can find these on the Shapeways page for an overinflated price, and they're available if you want them. This has been the Lazy Eyebrow.